Hey everyone, Fox here. Welcome to week 2 of the UPBA. We're battling Razorclaw and the Townsville Tyranitars. Haven't battled him before, so really excited to see what he brings. He seems like a really nice man. I'm recording, so that's great. Yeah, let's give it a go. I'm going to press A to start the signal. I don't know how long this is going to take. If it takes long, I'll cut to that part, but it doesn't. Let's see what he brings. He brings the Garbodor, which is surprising, I think. Yeah, he brings Azalf, which is a pain against my team. He brings the Serena, okay, the Gengar, the Golisopod. I think he brings Golisopod for Barraskewda. And if... it's probably Rocky Helmet, in which case rocks are really nice this game. And if it's not, then I don't get punished for flip turning, so that's kind of nice. I do need to be aware of first impression though. So that would be annoying. And Sylveon. I think you bring Sylveon for the Latios, but it should actually get 2 KO by Side Shock, by Spec Side Shock. So that's super nice. Yeah, Latios does like a ton of work this game. Let's see. Latios isn't too great though, because I don't want to lead it against the Gengar or the Azalf or the Golisopod. So I might just opt to lead Barraskewda and flip turn on something. Serena might be Scarfed, it really might be. I can also... he didn't bring Urshifu, so my tree's kind of... like, it doesn't really have a function in this game. So what I might do is just lead it and frisk something. I almost timed out. I almost timed out that. Good luck, have fun to Razorclaw. Let's see what we can do this game. Spoilers for previous week, by the way. 3, 2, 1. I barely lost. I lost that 1-0. Like, my opponent brought super cool tech. Like, I actually got slapped, but it still was a 1-0 loss. And looking to bounce back. He leads the Golisopod, so I'm glad I did this. Do I want to get a Toxic off from this? Let's see. I expect a Rocky Helmet. Heavy duty boots. Okay. So we can flip some kind of without consequence. This shouldn't do too much on max Fizdev. Let's grab the Calc, by the way. Do I have the Calc open? My Trevenant against Golisopod level 50. First impression still does like a fuck ton if it's attack invested, but I don't think he can be. Or maybe he can be. I think I Leech Seed or I Toxic. I Toxic. Because he might switch into Serena. I really wanted to bring this thing offensively. I really did. Does it get U-turn, by the way? He knocks off my Rocky Helmet. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Like, it really doesn't have a function if the Urshifu's not here. I think a Leech Seed is actually fine from my end. I can also just protect him to rack up chip. The more chip I get on this, the better it is, to be fair. Ooh, he spikes. That's annoying. We can remove those with Skarmory, I think, any day of the week. So I'm just going to go for a Leech Seed here. I see he probably goes for a second layer. The spikes really aren't too bad if I'm put in the position to remove them. Like, they don't touch Skarmory, they don't touch my Latios. So I don't really care too much for them. I just need to make sure my defensive checks don't get worn down by them. Like, Lefebvre's Magic Guard. So spikes really aren't that bad against my team. And it's not like I need to keep my Trevenant healthy. So we get off the Leech Seed, we get some recovery. Also Leech Life, okay. So he has something to keep him healthy too. That's a crit. Okay, I was about to say. Annoying, definitely. But we get some health back here. Because Leech Life in the Calc should do about like... Not actually should do that much, but I don't think he's fully attack invested. Should I go for a whole Leech to recover something? No, I'm just gonna go for a protect. I really like... My Trevenant really doesn't have a function in this game. It really doesn't. So if he goes for a second layer of spikes, that's fine. But if not, he's just gonna get chipped by Leech Seed and Toxic. Once the Glyzopod is out of the way, like, my Latias can... oh, he does that. Oh, he does have emergency exit, of course. That's great, that's great. So, it's below half already, which means it gets to it KO'd, I think, by Liquidation, if it's not, like, Max Fist F or something. Because I don't have anything to hit the Glyzopod. Like, I have 3 water moves in close combat, I think. Okay, so the Trevenant's kind of chipped down, but once again, it doesn't really have a function in this game. So let's see what my opponent wants to bring in here. And that's only 1 layer of spikes up, if I'm correct. Garbodor wants to come in. What does Garbodor even do? It's also a spike setter, right? Let's grab offensive spikes. As I said, Gunk Shot, Stomping Tantrum, it's physical, right? So I'm not too afraid just going into my Scarm here to check what he wants to do. It has a special attacks out of 60, no ways it's a rand special. So my Skarmory should be fine with anything. I can defog. He Gunk Shots, which is nice. I'm gonna defog the spikes away. He doesn't have a Defiant one, right? I'm always so scared to like look for that kind of stuff. Yeah, defog. Okay, so it does have T-Bolt. Nice. I am 2 KO by that, so that's kind of annoying. It's a Life Orb, okay. That's annoying. Let's see what my move is here. It's really to go back into the tree, to be fair. But I don't think that's an interaction we can even... I probably lose them on here, that's it. Or I put an aggressive play into Latios here. I still think I go into the tree. But it's a Life Orb. Is it fully special then? No, it has Gunk Shot. Yeah, we know it's Life Orb. Should have pulled the switch into Latios, but if we get power up, that's a problem, right? I think a Leech Seed is fine here. But I actually might be KO'd by Gunk Shots. Like, it's a really high base power move. He actually misses it. I'm really sorry. Because that might actually just KO my Trevenant. So yeah, super unfortunate. But it means Trevenant stays around for a bit more. I get to click Protect. And Trevenant is putting in a lot of work. It's putting in a lot of chip. Well, most of the chip on this Garbodor is by a Life Orb, but it's not about that, you know. It's about the idea. But it definitely put in a lot of work on the Glyzopod. It goes into Sylveon. Okay. I don't have great switch-ins for Sylveon. I'm gonna be honest. And it might actually go for a Wish here. So I think I'm fine going into Skarmory. Am I? I can also go into Clefable first and then Wish into Skarmory. I think that's a fine play because I think he's gonna wish as well. If it's offensive Sylveon, I kind of have a problem. I kind of have a big problem. I'm not... Like, I don't have any switches for that. Like, I have an Assault Vest Drapion. Let's see how much this does. Okay. That looks fine, that looks fine. I'm just gonna take it into Wish here. Could have taken that turn to Teleport as well, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna calc real quick whether that's offensive Sylveon or not, but I don't think it is. It's not Specs. Because Specs would have done a ton more. Let's see if Clefable. No, this is just Wish Bar Sylveon, I think. Or like non-specially attack invested at least. Actually stays in. Does he go for another Hyper Voice? He wishes himself. Okay. That's cool, that's cool. I'm gonna go into Skarmory here. Because I think my Trevenant might just drop to a Hyper Voice. So I'm gonna go into what's called Skarmory. I think if he catches me with a Mystical Fire, I'm not too KO'd by Mystical Fire, I know that. But I'm probably a little over half. Under half, I mean. He puts on passes. Okay, cool. Don't let me see the Garbodor, man. I really don't want to see the Garbodor here. Should have teleported. I really should have. That gives me momentum at least, but it does... Like, if I choose to use that momentum offensively, it's kind of neglects the Wish, but Dewpider support gets wished up, so that's one thing. I think his Stealth Rock from my end probably isn't too bad if he doesn't go for spikes. I'm actually going for a Stealth Rock. I think the Light Support switches out here. I don't think... Oh, it doesn't. If he goes for spikes, I might just default my webs away. Knocks off my Rocky Helmet again. I'm Rocky Helmet everything, bro. Rocky Helmet everything. What if I would have had Brave Bird? It would have sucked. I can go for an Iron Head right here, I think. We could get the flinch, which I of course don't wish on my opponent, but yeah. Who draws the Glide Support into Garbodor? Okay, this is gonna do like nothing. I think I might actually just Roost. Wait, am I faster than Garbodor? I might be. No, it's speed invested. Like, this is fine as long as I don't get paralyzed. Because Garbodor is gonna knock itself out. I wish I was lefties. I really wish I was lefties. Yeah, let's Roost again. This is actually fine. So my Skarm is back at full, which means my study is intact. Azelf was really scary. It could be... Okay, it's not Boots. Because who would bring Boots as Elf? But yeah. My study is intact. That's one thing. I think my switching is just Drapion every day of the week. But if it's like a physical... Like, Azelf gives me fucking issues, man. The fact that it can both be physical and especially offensive really messes me up, because if it does too much damage to my Drapion here, Fire Blast, okay, should be able to take that. Yes, definitely. The Life Orb as well. That's amazing. I think a knockoff is kind of fine here, right? Yeah, knockoff is super free. No cover this from me. Because Sylveon might come in, but Sylveon doesn't want to take the follow-up Poison Jab. And he actually stays in with Azalf. Which is a choice I kind of respect. I mean, he's putting this thing in range of like a Focus Blast from Gengar. So, a Wish into my Drapion here would be phenomenal. But we get rid of the Azalf, which is one of the things I was most worried about. So, yeah, let's get it. Now that's Calc A. He goes into Glide Support. That's fine. I go into my... Let's see. I can either go Clef, or I can go Skarmory again, but I think Skarmory is the safer play here, because I really don't know, like a Liquidation does a ton. Liquidation probably 2-hit kills me. I'm not max Fizz Def, like I have a little bit special attack investment to, yeah, first impression. Does nothing. I might just go for an Iron Head here. Because there's nothing that really wants to take it, right? Yeah, I'm really worried about Gengar now. So let's calc my Drapion against. I go for Spikes. Flinched, I'm really sorry. And the emergency exit will activate now. Like if he wants to go for Spikes there, but that's a really annoying flinch, because that kind of forces me to defog. Against a Gengar. Focus Blast. Oh, that's not a spec set. Gengar comes in, yeah. This is where the trouble begins, man. This is where the trouble begins. Ooh. I think I might just... Because, what's it? A Specs Gengar. With Focus Blast, actually, that's like 42% to my Drapion. So I might actually just sack off my Trevenant here. And I think that's a bad play. I don't think that's a bad play. It doesn't do anything for me. Now the Urshifu is in here. If it's substitute, it's kind of annoying. It's Choice Scarf, let's go. He T-Bolts. That gives me a super free lead sheet, right? Choice Scarf Gengar. Okay, let's see. That gives us a lead sheet here, which is amazing. So this thing outspeeds my Barraskewda, but it also means I'm not as scared of it with... Okay, it does go into the Serena, which is annoying. Okay, I could either go into my Skarmory, or I try to get a Toxic on this. Which I think is fine as well. And U-turns, okay. Does that KO? It doesn't, okay. So at least we get to do something. But he probably either switches into a target that's toxic already. So that is annoying. Sylveon. Okay, no, I appreciate this. I appreciate this. Rocks damage. We land the toxic. It's kind of annoying. Like I think I flinched him twice maybe already, and he missed some sort of move. I don't know. So that's the Haxie end of his battle. We land the toxic. If this thing is Heal Bell, it's kind of forced to use it now. So should I go into Clef and Wish Pass? I think I go into Clef and pass a Wish. Just goes for a raw hyper voice. Okay. That actually hurts, man. That actually hurts. Should have put more speed up in this thing. Because I'm not fishing. I'm not switching in on physical for that sort of thing. Because I'm gonna protect one turn. Because I think he might just go for another hyper voice. But that at least racks up poison chip. And if he does go for another hyper voice, I'm just gonna raw switch into Skarmory. Means I've taken unnecessary chip on Clef, but it is what it is. Yeah, I really wish I had more special defense here. Because, like, now I'm a bit physically defensive. Oh, he's just gonna wish as well. I should have wished there, man. I should have wished. I think I'm out of range for another hyper voice unless he crits. So I'm gonna wish myself up here, probably. Look at that poison chip racking up. Yeah, I'm just gonna click wish here. Like, I want to go into my Drapion, but I really don't want to lose Drapion either. Like, Drapion is kind of the only thing keeping the Gengar in check. So we might see a Baton Pass here from the Sylveon. Yeah. Wait, do I speed tie with Sylveon? Or have I been faster the entire time? Because Sylveon is a base 60, I'm a base 60. I might be speed tying, I don't know. Goes into the Gobble, okay. Takes chip, but gets damaged. Okay. I want to go into my Drapion here. I think a Drapion on the Gobble is kind of a safe play. Unless he now makes some really nice reading, goes for a knockoff. Knockoff would be annoying. Or an Earthquake, but I really don't think he does that in the face of a Clefable. So Drapion's coming out here. Yeah, Gunk Shot, we should definitely live that. Oh my god, only barely though. That could have gone really wrong. That could have gone really wrong. Okay. Let's see. I go into my Skarm here. Because I can restall this thing out, make it take life up chip, then actually put out some offensive pressure with Iron Head. Gunk Shot does nothing. Wait, he has spec me, right? I need to roost. I need to roost. So either I'm getting my sturdy back, or we're gonna let him take life orb chip. It's not bad to get my sturdy back here. He just keeps thunderbolting, so I'm happy I'm actually staying in. Like, I'm scared of going into my Lottie, because if it gets parried, that's like such a big deal. That's such a big deal. But I also know that if I go into Lottie, I pick up a KOA. Almost 100%. Is it a play I want to make? No, I really don't. Like, I realistically have no reason why I should make that play. Like, I'm not even down on timer either. But he seems really willing to go for Thunderbolt here. Like, I'm gonna make the Lottie play. I am gonna. Because either he goes for T-Ball again. He doesn't go for Gunk Shot or anything else here, I think. Either he switches or he... No, I switch first, so he stays in. Like, the only bad thing is if he paras me. Okay, luckily it doesn't. Let's go for a side shock here. Let's go for a nice Specs side shock. Because I think he goes into Sylveon, and Sylveon gets 2 killed by this unless he has a massive amount of physical defense, I think. Is there even an amount of physical defense Sylveon can have? No, what if I make it full 252 defense? Still gets 2-hit KO most of the time. And I think Sylveon has some chip on it. So, like, if he makes a switch into, what's it called, Glycopod here, that's nice. But Glycopod gets very much destroyed by Psychic. He does make the switch into Glycopod, very nice. I think it was just willing to sack it. Okay, and then gets taken out by Toxic. Okay, luckily, because otherwise I needed to move around in order to avoid getting first impression. Okay, so we pick up a KO on the Glycopod. Like, every time Lottie gets in, it picks up a KO. Gengar comes out, but since it's Choice Scarfed, I'm super safe. Like, this is a super safe play, going into my Drapion, clicking knockoff on something. Just going into Drapion, clicking knockoff. Because I knocked off something before, I just don't know what it was. Goes to T-Bolt. Let's see, 109 down to 72, that's fine. I'm clicking knockoff here, yeah. Scary thing is, I don't have anything that outspeeds the Gengar, I think. So I need to, like, keep Choice Band, Aqua Jet intact, that kind of stuff. Need to make sure my Drapion's healthy. But the fact that it's Choice Lock makes it, like, very much less scary. Because unless it's Shadow Ball, and maybe even if it's Shadow Ball, my Latios takes a hit. So it's interesting to keep an eye for that. Goes to the Tarina. It takes Rock's Chip, and a nice knockoff. Like, it's not attack invested, so this is gonna do barely anything. UPBA Berry. Okay, yeah, understandable. So that's his, what's it called, switching. I go into Scam here. If it's UPBA Berry, I also think it has Synthesis. Might go for it here. But I'm not speed invested, so I'm really not, I don't want to stay on in this thing. He just U-turns. Fine play. I don't have my Rocky Almond anymore, so it's super free. So that gives him some momentum. He might go into the Sylveon here to maybe pass a Wish, but it's not really safe. Might go into the Garbodor, which I kind of stole out. He goes into the Gengar again. Putting a lot of pressure on my, what's it called? On my claw thing here. So I might actually just sack my tree. Because it really isn't doing anything here. And if I get the opportunity to pass a Wish, I'm not going to pass into the tree here. So it did its job. Like, we found out this Choice Scarf, which is amazing already. Goes for T-Bolt. Nice. We go into Latios and we pick up a KO. That's the way I see it. We go into Latios and we pick up a KO. We just click Side Shock. I don't think there's a reason to click Sidekick if the Sylveon's still around. Like, the Sylveon is around, right? Did I forget something? It's still around. Let's click Side Shock. Goes to Tarina. This should definitely get killed here. I think he goes back into the Gengar. Because my Latios might just outspeed everything else. Glycopod is dead, so I'm not afraid of a first impression here. Yeah, Gengar comes out. Okay, now I'm gonna pull the switch into what's it called though? Into my Drapion. Because I should not get too killed by a Shadow Ball. No, I never should be. I never should be. I might not even get killed by a Shadow Ball here. So I could have stayed in, but I don't want to risk the crit and an unnecessary Pokemon loss. So, yeah, he just Shadow Balls. Doesn't do anything. I go for a knockoff again, because that guaranteed knocks out the Gengar. He has 42 seconds on the clock, so he needs to make his moves fast. But I think he might be able to wrap up this game. Sacrifices the Garbodor here. Garbodor is an interesting bring, I think. The Aftermath actually almost picks up the KO. I completely forgot this thing got Aftermath. Okay, that's scary. I almost completely forgot this thing got that. Holy. Goes into the Gengar again. He needs to lock into a move. I think I sacrificed the... Yeah, I sacrificed this thing here. Shadow Ball comes off. Takes out my... what's this thing called? Drapion? It did its job. It really did its job. Like, Gengar is really hard for me to deal with. Shadow Ball... I think the safest is just to go into this thing and Aqua Jet. Like, there's no way it lives a Shadow Ball, right? Well, I'm not here to find out, but... Gengar... Twist Scarf. Against my Barra Scooter. It might... No, it doesn't actually. But... I think Aqua Jet is still safe. Withdraws it, goes into Sylveon, okay. Yeah, that's not on 2 KO range. I was just looking to see. Yeah, that's not 2 KO. I should have gone for a liquidation there, to be fair. But, you know what? It is what it is. Let's switch into Skarmory, go for an Iron Head here. Let's just go for an Iron Head. Which is probably into the Gengar, which is scary. Because I think every time Gengar comes in, it might get a KO. But Gengar should not appreciate an Iron Head. And Rocks into Iron Head might actually... Oh, we just killed Sylveon. That's great. Because I think that means Wish doesn't get to activate. Against my Skarmory sets, what does a Thunderbolt do? It doesn't KO me. Well, I shouldn't pick up the KO from this range at least. So I just go for an Iron Head here. Because I do have quite a bit of investment. Just goes for Shadow Ball. Like, he needs to lock into something. But that's that should be GG. That's a crit, that shouldn't matter. I think like it does 37 to 45% here. So I hope that didn't matter. Yeah, GG. I played really stally, man. I played so stally. Like, but I really needed to. Like, I needed to keep my pieces healthy. To make sure I didn't lose to certain threats. Like, Skarmory was a bitch for like most of his team to deal with. Like, it was a bitch for Garbodor because it just outstalled Garbodor with Roost. So Garbodor was just killing itself. It was a bitch for Serena, for like the Urshifu if he would have brought it. What did he bring? He brought another physical one. I don't know, man. Like, Skarmory was really good here. Latios was so good here, like, it didn't even get to do any work. Because I felt I didn't have a free switch in. Like, I kept in with Skarmory against the Garbodor kind of long. I could have just immediately went into my Latios there. Because Latios picks up the KO every time it comes in. So, yeah. Latios did really nice. And I'm happy Drapion kind of stayed alive for as long as it needed to be against the Gengar. Got rid of the Azap as well. Azap was one of the major threats. Like, I see that he might have stayed in with the Azalf to get my Drapion in range of like 2 Shadow Balls or like a Focus Blast, I don't know. But yeah, really happy I got rid of the Azalf that early on. So yeah, that was the game. Please go check out my opponent. He'll be linked in the description down below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.